What's up, everybody? The NFL draft is almost here. My name is Harrison Graham. This is Chicago Bears Now. And look, everyone these days, they got my guys in the NFL draft, right? Players that you vouch for, that you like maybe than more than the consensus big board would say. Maybe you like a fourth round pick more in the third round, whatever the case may be. I'm going to take a look at 10 players that I really like in this draft. One player at every position except for quarterback, because the Bears don't need a quarterback, that are projected to not be first rounders. I guess there's a chance one or two of these guys could sneak into round one, but these are mostly day two and a few day three guys. Okay, let's dive into it. We'll start at running back. Devin Neal. If you've been watching this show, I've mentioned him on numerous occasions, the running back out of Kansas, multi-time team captain. Got to spend a few minutes with him at the Big 12 Pro Day. You can tell why he was a two-time team captain at Kansas, 4-year starter. Born and raised in Lawrence, decided to go to Kansas and stay at Kansas when he easily could have gone to a bigger program and helped turn that program around. I just love the way he runs. He's a very patient runner, lets blocks develop. He reminds me in that way a little bit like Le'Veon Bell. Now, he's not as dynamic of an athlete as Bell, but he's got enough burst. I think he's a good pass catcher as well. I think you can utilize him in that way in the NFL. I don't know if he's ever like a dominant three-down back, but I definitely think he's a good player in a rotation. I think he's got a chance to be a starter. One of my favorite players in this draft. Some people like him third, fourth round. I think he's definitely a third rounder, and I wouldn't even hate it in the second round. Not necessarily for the Bears, 39-41, but if they took him at 72, I think that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, let's go to receiver now. Tory Horton, the wide receiver out of Colorado. And again, these aren't players I necessarily like better than better players, right? Like, I don't like him better than like Matthew Golden or something like that, but a player that's a little under the radar that I think could be pretty damn good in the pros. Now, this year he only played, I think, in 4 or 5 games because he dealt with an injury, but he's back, he's healthy, he tested, he ran in the low 4.4s, decent size at over 6 foot, 200 pounds, 1,100 yards back in 2023. He's got big play ability. I like his versatility too. You put him in the slot, he can play on the outside. So I think if the Bears got this guy in the third or fourth round, he could be right in the mix after your big two of DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. He could compete with Olamide Zaccheaus, Devin Duvernay, and some of the other guys in the wide receiver room. I think he's a player that has starting potential in the NFL. Mitchell Evans, the tight end out of Notre Dame, I really like him. He's not the most athletic guy. He's not, I don't know if he's ever like a high-end starter, but I do think he could become a starter, but at worst be a glue guy and a good like number 2 in a tight end room. He had a great playoff run for Notre Dame, made a couple of really big plays, caught a big-time back shoulder ball, I believe against Georgia in the second round. That ended up being a big play. Good blocker, and look, Notre Dame's tight ends, they typically work out well. They've pumped a bunch in the NFL. Obviously, Cole Kmet has worked out well for the Bears. Like, if he's there in the 4th or 5th round, obviously the Bears don't have a 4th round pick. I love the value. Third might be a touch early, especially for the Bears at 72, but I think he's going to be a pretty good pro, part of a rotation that has developmental potential to become a starter. What do you guys think is a bigger need for the Chicago Bears? Do you think it's adding to the wide receiver room, or do you think it's adding to the tight end room? I'd probably slightly lean tight end, but you could certainly add a player at either, if not both. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Okay, offensive tackle. We've talked about this guy a lot. Aireontae Ersery. He's probably on the higher end of a lot of these prospects. He'll probably go second, third round. I don't think he'll go first, but teams reach for offensive linemen sometimes, so it wouldn't shock me. I think he's got a chance to be, I won't say special, although you never know, but man, he's got the athletic profile, the size, the skill set. I really think he can be a high-end left tackle. He's 6'6", mid 330 pounds. He's got the length. He's got the athleticism. The foot speed is kind of average, so if that can improve, that would be huge. But it did get better throughout his college career. Ideally, he can work on technique for a season, but I think if you need him to play as a rookie, he can. But he's got all the tools. It's all there, and he's got experience to go with it, and he's played well in college. Just needs to fine-tune a couple of things, but I think he can be a high-end left tackle in this league. Jonah Savaiinaea, the offensive lineman out of Arizona, played some guard and tackle in the NFL. He told us at the Big 12 Pro Day, like, yo, I want to be a guard. I'm a guard. I love dominating people in the run game. You listen to this guy talk, you watch him play. Like, the word I would say is nasty. Like, he is a nasty offensive lineman. He plays through the whistle. He even talked about this, once he gets his hands on you, like, good luck, like, escaping that, because he has a great punch. I think he's a 10-year starter. I really, really do. Some team's going to get this guy second, third round. He'll win a starting guard job, and he will play for a very, very long time in the NFL. You can move him around if you need to, play both guard spots. If he needs to give you some snaps at tackle, he can do that. But especially in the run game, man, he is a tone setter. I think he's going to be a big-time player in this league for a very, very long time. All right, today's show is sponsored by Turtle Beach, turtlebeach.com/chat. The best gaming headsets and accessories come from Turtle Beach. And remember when you woke up maybe as a little kid and you opened up that favorite video game of yours or a new console, and yeah, it just really got you into the video gaming world. Those late night sessions, the epic wins, the sound of the lobby filling up with your buddies. Gaming wasn't just something you did, it was a lifestyle. It was an experience, and the right headset, especially when you're playing with your buddies, it makes all the difference. Turtle Beach is bringing that feeling back with the Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset. It's like stepping into the golden age of gaming all over again. Only this time, the audio is richer, the surround sound is more immersive, and the battery lasts an insane 80 hours. No more crackling mics, no more missed callouts, just pure uninterrupted gaming exactly the way you remember it, but better. The 3D spatial audio has taken my gaming to the next level, especially in fast-paced games like Fortnite and Call of Duty. The Stealth 700 headset really does offer it all. Check it out today. Go to turtlebeach.com/chat. Use code chat to get 10% off your entire order. That's code chat at turtlebeach.com/chat for 10% off. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about Turtle Beach. Say, hey, Bears Now, Chat Sports, my guy Harrison Graham, he sent me over here. That'll help us out, and it'll help you out because you'll be getting the best gaming headsets and accessories out there. Check it out today. Code chat, 10% off. Okay, EDGE Jordan Burch. One of two Cullen draft crushes that I also agree with. And I especially like him in a Dennis Allen defense. The production showed up last year for the Oregon Ducks. Almost double-digit sacks, had 11 TFLs, only in 10 games, by the way. So if he played a full season, probably would have hit 10-plus sacks. Good pressure production as well. Still developing, still needs to get better as an edge setter in the run game, but the upside as a pass rusher, you see the flashes. I think he's got enough anchor and power to be a better run defender, so that can be developed in the NFL. And his just measurables and athletic profile just screams Dennis Allen on day two. 39.41 is probably a little early. I love him at 72. We'll see if he's still there. If he is, he'd be a guy in that range that I would love. And I think right away he can be a rotation player and then has developmental ability, if he does develop, to become a starter down the road. Okay, C.J. West. It was tough at defensive tackle. There's a lot of guys I like. I love Alfred Collins. I really like a lot of the guys in the second round. I think West is more of a third-round guy because I don't know if he's going to offer a ton as a pass rusher. But this little nugget from Brett Coleman, pairing with what some of the clips and tape that I have seen of West, like you're like, oh, that makes sense. Check this out. Here's a fun C.J. West stat for you. Indiana's average depth on tackle against A-gap runs last season was just 2.11 yards. The next closest team was 2.75. Indiana forced only 85 such runs, which was 104th in the country, so teams did not try it very often. And on 29 of those, it was a TFL or no gain. So almost a third of the time when they tried to run between the A-gap, teams went backwards. That's the C.J. West impact. Fourth most TFLs or no gains running between the A-gap, despite only the 104th most attempts allowed against. Like, that's like it's an unheard of stat, and C.J. West was the primary reason why he was critical for that defense being a college football playoff team. I think as a run defender, he's a plug-and-play player. I don't know if he's ever a three-down guy, but on early downs, he can absolutely play. And if the Bears got him, I think Andrew Billings is the perfect guy to learn from, if I'm being completely honest. All right, we are so close to 120,000 subscribers. 63 away. I know there are 63 people watching right now that are diehard Bears fans that want daily content around the Chicago Bears that would be willing to subscribe because I believe in you guys, and I would greatly appreciate it. And it's free. Doesn't charge. No charge. You just click the little button. You're subscribed. It's that easy. We're so close to the draft. This is the time to get on the channel. Appreciate your support. Okay, a few more players. Carson Schweizinger, who I took for the Bears in our most recent mock draft, for those who have watched that video. I think I've decided that after the kid out of Bama, who I'm blanking on, Jahad Campbell, thank you, producer Colin, I think he's my second favorite off-ball linebacker in this draft. I like Demetrius Knight, but he's 25 years old. I think Schweizinger's 22. So you almost get a full extra contract there. I think he's a three-down player. Good sideline-to-sideline player. He can cover. You could blitz him some if you want to. He's 6'3", 242. A lot of modern off-ball guys play in the 230s now, so he still brings pretty good size and speed combination. So I like that. And I think the Bears are going to look to add an athletic linebacker at some point. I think they let Jack Sanborn walk for a reason. They want a more athletic guy. And I think this player has a chance to be your third linebacker this year, rotate in along with Edmonds and Edwards, be your sandbacker on base downs, and then he could take over as your Mike or your Will moving forward. Okay, Kevin Winston Jr., another Cullen draft crush, the safety out of Penn State. If he had a healthy season this year, I think he'd have a chance to be a first rounder. He's probably more of a day 2 pick now, second, third round. He's right in that 72 range for me. Like if he's there, he'd be someone I'd be interested. He's healthy now, tested well, ran, I think, a 4.51. I think 6 months removed from ACL surgery, which is pretty crazy. So he'll be full throttle by training camp. But I'm excited about his upside. Safety, obviously, a question mark for the Bears. And like fellow Nittany Lion, Jaquan Brisker, they could bring a guy like this in. And then Kobe Bryant, another player we saw at the Big 12 Pro Day. Differing opinions out there. Brugler has him as like a fourth-round guy. I think he could be a day 2 player. He's got a good size and speed combo at 6 foot. I think he ran late 4.4s as well. Good ball skills. Another leader on Kansas's team. So keep an eye on him. I doubt the Bears take a corner on day 1 or day 2. Maybe if he slips to day 3, he'd be someone they'd be interested in, but a player that you guys should keep on your radar. There you go. Those are some of my guys in this NFL draft. Who is your favorite non-first round pick? Who are you pounding the table for in this NFL draft for the Bears to take? Let me know in the comment section down below. My name is Harrison Graham. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. More to come as the NFL draft is so close.